Yo, how's it going, guys? And welcome to the first ever video here on the SRL YouTube channel. First things first, I want to say that this type of video is the pick'ems, and the correct coach to do this is the Wedgehurst Rillaboom, which is Coach Cherry Tree, if I'm not mistaken. And so he will actually be doing this every week on Tuesdays. That will drop every Tuesday here on the SRL channel. But this week, it's myself, the commissioner, coach of the Stark Mountain Garatinas, with my good friend, Squid. What's up, Squid?
Calamari, salutations everyone, Squid here.
And yeah, today we have the week 1 pick'ems. So if you guys aren't familiar with pick'ems, it's basically a little fun game that it's kind of like fantasy in a way.
Yeah.
You just pick the team you think has the best matchup, and you pretty much go from there. You do it weekly, and at the end of the season, you find out who the winner is. Yeah, who got the most
Basically,
answers
who got
correct.
the most matches right, yeah.
Yeah, all those dubs. So let's start this thing off.
And for the first match, it's a spicy one. It's
Yeah.
the rematch of the finals from last season. It's the Cerulean City Mewtwo by Coach Sen and the Dandemil Dragonites by Coach Darkspark.
This is the season 2 championship rematch, so this is kind of a trend here in the SRL.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we play the rematch every week 1 of every start of the season, so it's always fun to watch. And let's take a look at Sen's team.
So he has the G-Max Gengar, Dracovish, Mandibuzz, Sizer, Flygon, Ribombi, Slowbro from Galar, Hitmonchan, Miltank, Meowstic, Thwackey, and Wartortle. At the Darkspark's team, he has the G-Max Blastoise, Urshifu, Rapid Strike, Politoed, Seismitoad, Buffalant, Jolteon, Orbital, Eldegoss, Scavalier, Cramorant, Dubwool, and Roselia. So, what do you think, Manny?
Yep. Yeah, so looking at both teams, I mean, they're both amazing teams.
Definitely.
Although, I think I'm gonna have to go with the reigning champion here.
Ooh, I will pick Darkspark, and that's because Seismitoad. Seismitoad can pretty much wall off the Dracovish.
Right. So, I mean, for this one, I'm picking Sen. He only lost 1 match last season, which is impressive. So, I think it's pretty much hard to bet against him.
I think it's hard to bet against him, but if there's a coach that can do that consistently, it's actually the Dandemil Dragonites.
Yeah, I think he definitely has a great shot of winning. But I know Sen, and Sen does some cheeky techs. So, let's see what he does with those bonds.
Okay.
Right, so
for the next match, we have St. Louis Swablues against the Stark Mountain Giratinas.
And that is myself.
Yeah, against Coach EJ.
So I'm not gonna go into detail here because obviously it's my match. I'm gonna pick myself. So
Okay.
you could go ahead and pick Squid.
So looking at your team, you have G-Max Snorlax, Cinderace, Hatterene, Azumarill, Dusclops, Mienshao, Dragalge, Vileplume, Steelix, Rotom Frost, Musharna, and Emolga. And the St. Louis Swablues have G-Max Venusaur, Kyurem, Crocodile, Primarina, Colossal, Lucario, Ninetales from Kanto, Pinsir, Rotom Fan, Kadabra, Wailord, and Porygon. So what I'm gonna say is I was really impressed by Coach EJ last season because he picked off against a team that actually dropped off. But I mean, I have to go with you because I have more faith in you. This isn't matchup based at all. I just feel like you're gonna outplay him.
Thanks, man.
No problem.
Yes.
Anytime.
Following up what you said, yeah, EJ, man. I mean, he turned that team around to get a team that was already drafted, picked up a few mons, changed up the team,
Yeah.
and took them to the playoffs. I mean, that's really good.
Yeah.
So I'd expect nothing less from EJ. I mean, he's a great battler, and let's see what he could do.
While I do think you're going to win, I don't expect it to be a walk in the park, though.
Definitely not. He's an awesome battler, like I said earlier.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be a tough matchup, a tough week 1, but I'm very excited, and I believe we only played once, so this will be fun.
I know I played against him and I lost, so yeah.
Alright, so let's move on to the third matchup, which is the New York Knicks, coached by Bishmi, versus the Helgen High Dragons, which is the Season 1 champion.
So both teams are on the screen now. Bishmi has basically a sand team. The High Dragons have a bug team. No, I'm just kidding. The Volcarona as the biggest threat, and also the Italian G-Max, which I praised in another video that we did. And I know Blattl is my practice partner, so I'm gonna give it to him. Terrific battler, so yeah, I have to give it to him.
He's a terrific battler. Again, both coaches are amazing. This is a really tough matchup because Bishmi's team is crazy. It's a crazy team.
It's really scary. Yeah.
And then Blattl, on the other hand, he knows how to draft really good, so he knows how to cover weaknesses. There's never an obvious gap in his team ever, so that's good.
Yeah.
And I'm also gonna go with Blattl over here.
Another reason for me to go with Blattl, he has Quillfish, my boy.
Yeah. That's what's up.
Although it's not a good match for Quillfish, I'll give you that.
Definitely not.
So
I don't think your boy is gonna show up. So moving on.
Moving on, we have the Wedgehurst Rillaboom, which is a new coach in the league. It's Coach Cherry Tree against the Lisbon Arcanines. Some team I'm not very familiar with. I don't know who that is.
Not at all. So I'll take the floor on this one.
Yeah.
So looking at your team, you have Hatterene G-Max, Urshifu, Surgeon Strike, Alakazam paired up with Indeedee,
Yeah.
Tentacruel, which is no joke, Decidueye, Scyther, Lycanroc Midday, Klinklang, Sandslash, Kanto, Lantern, and Mawile.
Yeah.
So I like that you brought back Lantern.
I had to pick it mainly for one reason.
You had to.
Just one reason only, and glad I picked him because I have to face Dracovish this season.
That's true.
Yeah.
So looking at the Rillabooms, their G-Max is actually my G-Max pick in Season 1, Lapras, which is, I mean, it's an obvious threat. It could set up Auroraville for free with that G-Max Renaissance.
Yeah.
And then his next pick, Dragapult. I mean, come on. It's Dragapult. It's always going to come. It's always going to do something.
Dragapult with Auroraville.
Yeah, exactly. Overall, he has a nice team as well. But being a new coach is nothing too crazy. So I think I'm going to go with the more experienced battler here and go with you.
Thanks. I go with myself too.
Good. So I think that's pretty much it for this matchup.
Yeah.
And moving on, we have the Galar Greninjas, coached by Shibi,
Yeah.
and the Lavender Town Gengars, coached by Sartans.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
So Shibi gave up to temptation and he drafted Zero Order.
Oh my god. He finally did it.
And not only that, but he also drafted Celebi.
It only took him 3 seasons.
The absolute madman drafted 2 legendaries on this season.
Yeah, not to mention his little squad over there with Toxtricity G-Max. There goes Zero Aura, Pincurchin, Raichu. I mean, he's not playing around. And, I mean, technically this is rule breaking, but we allowed him because he is Pikachu Hat Shibi. So he
Yeah.
does have Pikachu and Raichu, Alolan. So that's we let Shibi have his fair Pokemon,
I mean, it's E
not
tier.
Copper
The rule was made for another reason. Cough cough, Blissey.
Blissey, Chansey, yes.
um, but
And maybe something like Liberal Cinderace with Reboot, something like that.
yeah, but he has a pretty nice electric terrain team. But looking
Definitely,
at
yeah.
Sartin's team, he has the Corviknight G-Max, Mimikyu, Amoonguss, Arcanine, Galvantula, Inteleon, Mudsdale, Aromatisse, Morpeko, a Mr. Mime from Kanto, Sneasel, and Wobbuffet.
Definitely a good team.
So I want to talk about the horse in the room, which is Mudsdale, which will be the most important Pokemon on this matchup.
Yeah,
Sure.
I love Mudsdale. This thing is no joke. I mean, it just switches in to Shibi's entire team.
Basically,
Uh,
yeah.
basically, yeah. So I mean that alone tells me to go for Lavender Town Gengars, but I think I'm gonna go with Shibi over here.
Ah,
You'd be surprised with the Shibster.
I mean,
And he did take you down in the playoffs.
yeah, exactly. So
So props to him.
Because of that, I was also leaning on going Shibi, actually.
So we're both going Shibi.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, this is also a tough game. Sartans is he's wanting that comeback season. You know, he didn't do too good in season 2. So this is definitely his comeback season. He's gotten much better. He was up on the rise at the end of last season.
Yeah,
and he definitely has a good team to back it up this time around.
Yeah, I feel like he accused a little bit of inexperience, and as he picked it up along the season, he started netting the wins that he missed out on.
Drafting this team as well is a huge improvement as well. Like, there's a lot of diversity. He has a lot of great mons.
Yeah.
But I gotta give it to Shibi on this one.
Yeah, I'm going with Shibi too.
Alright.
So moving on, we have the Selen City Paragons, the rebranding of the Dutch Darmanitans versus a new coach which is the Immunity Idols.
Well, to be fair, the Dutch Darmanitan was someone else who was in the league in season 2 that dropped after he got 6-0'd by Shiny Shuriken. And this person came in and basically took the spot. You know, that's very nice of them. You know, most people don't come in and take a used team that was like 0-4 or something like that, or 0-6, and just, you know, didn't care. Stayed with the team they had. Stayed with the logo, with the brand of the Dutch Darmanitan. But this time around, decided to do a rebranding.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they have the G-Max Dreadnought, Terrakion, Porygon Z, Klefki, Arctovish, Glade, Magneton, Drifblim, Leafeon, Dracloak, Rapidash from Kanto, and Solrock. As for the Immunity Idols, they have G-Max Cinderace with no Libero, Kommo-o, Starmie, Weezing from Galar, Bronzong, Umbreon, Vikavolt, Dusknoir, Roserade, Liepard, Linoon from Hoenn, and Palpitoad. I mean, if we're talking matchup based, I believe that Mountai's team is actually the better one. Even if it's because of the G-Max Cinderace with no Libero, that thing will still hit hard. So
Yep. And it can set up Sun. So
yeah,
it's gonna hit even harder with Powerball.
and that's Kommo-o, man. I used Kommo-o on the first season of the SRL, and I know what it can do.
Kommo could do so many different things. It's so crazy to prep for him because you don't know what set he'll bring.
Yeah, exactly.
Thing is, I'm gonna have to go against Mountai. Nothing against him, but I mean, I'm just gonna go with a more experienced team here. Not saying that he's not experienced, but we're more familiar with Salt.
Okay.
And I think he could pull it off.
So looking at Salt's team, I don't see a fairy type. And because I don't see a fairy type, I'm gonna give this
Klefki.
one. Oh yeah, Klefki. Oh sure.
Yeah, there you
Forgot
go.
about Klefki.
Yep.
But yeah,
Also has Prankster, right?
Prankster to mess up with the Komol. Yeah, I'm more
Dreadnought
inclined
messes up Cinderace, so
to Monte on this one. But yeah, Klefki
yeah, that's
will
fine.
be an essential mon on this match.
I think it's very essential for Salt rocks up early
Yeah,
to try and hinder his team. You know, Monte might run like heavy duty boots Cinderace, but
Yeah.
it definitely hits other stuff in his team, so that's good.
yeah. Okay, so we differ once again.
Yep.
Moving on to the second to last battle, we have the Nashville Nidokings and the Raleigh Goons. So Nashville Nidokings, it's coached by... Oh, forgot. It's Southside.
It's right there. Southside
Raleigh
Braves.
Goons, yeah. The Raleigh Goons are here and the Nashville Nidokings
Right there.
are here. Yeah, okay.
Coached by Braves.
Southside Braves, yeah, and Obstagoons are coached by Luz Lee. So
I don't know why it's not updated on the doc, but it's coached by Loosely, yeah.
Yeah.
Returning coach.
exactly.
Which is also looking for redemption for season 2. He only picked up one win, so definitely redemption season here.
Okay, I think he can do it. He has a pretty nice team. It's Duraludon, Gmax, Rillaboom, Chandelure, Scolipede, Diggersby, Jellicent, Shuckle, Dredigon, Ninjask, Kangaskhan, Leaky, and Dedenne.
And can I say something? I got sniped off the Jellicent, man.
Really?
You know I love Jellicent. Yeah, so I was thinking of grabbing it, but he grabbed it before, so that's fine.
That's unfortunate.
I love my strength sapping Jellicent.
I know you do. Looking at the Nashville Nidokings team.
Oh man, this team is nasty.
This
oh
is a
my
tough
god.
one. Rillaboom Gmax, Clefable, Blissey, Togekiss, Quagsire, Charizard, Toxtricity, Vanillix, Shiftry, Sandslash from Alola, Behemoth, and Stunfisk from Unova.
Alright, so let me jump in here. He has Gmax Rillaboom. He can't Grassy Glide, right, because of the ban that we have on the Rillaboom Gmax. Clefable, Unaware, Magic Guard.
Oh,
This thing is a problem.
Oh,
Blissey, huge problem. Togekiss, Flinch. You could even get critical hits with it. Quagsire, Unaware, Water Absorb, Charizard, Heavy Duty Boots. It's amazing this gen, or this update.
Yeah.
Toxtricity, Throat Spray set. Hit really hard with it. Vanillix, he has screens. If he gets Sun Up somehow, he could do something with the Shiftry, which I had last season.
The Vanillix can pairs up really nicely with Sandslash from Alola.
Exactly, yeah. So there's good synergy there. This team definitely has a lot of things going for it. Not sure how he wants to get Sun Up though. I mean, technically he could go Sunny Day Charizard, but that's something. I'm not sure. I mean, does Clefable and Blissey get Sunny Day?
I think Clefable does. Blissey, I'm not sure.
Okay. So maybe he could do something there, or maybe he just decides to swap the Shiftry, which is also fine. But yeah, this team is looking good.
I mean, just this pick will be matchup based, and Nashville Nidokings team is looking a lot scarier than the Obstagoons team.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Nashville Nidokings on this one.
Yeah, me too. So,
Alright.
for the last match of this week, we have the Falador Flapples versus the Fargo Phalanx. So going on Phalanx team, coach of Shiny Shuriken. Grimmsnarl Gmax once again, which I know very well because I used it first season. It is a terrific mon. He has the Chansey, Mamoswine, Milotic, Heliolisk, Surfetched, Whimsicott, Doublade, Xatu, Butterfree, Seeking, and Noctowl. As for the Felder Flapples, they have the MVP from the last season. They have the G-Max Charizard.
Which your boy had.
Exactly.
21 kills.
He has the Corviknight, the Tangrowth, Torkoal, Araquanid, Noivern, Obstagoon, Rapidash from Galar, Toxicroak, Piloswine, Togedemaru, and Persian from Kanto.
I mean, I just want you to look at the first 7 Mons. Every Mon there is amazing.
Yeah. I'm just a little bit worried about something, which is Sun doesn't synergize very well with Corviknight and Tangrowth, but
That's true. Yeah.
that's the only thing I'm worried about the Flapples. But they are a scary team for sure. And
That's
when
true.
I look at the Fargo Phalanx team, I look at a way to stop the Charizard from going off. And I think
Yeah.
screens on Grimmsnarl actually do that pretty well. Besides the greatest special wall of them all in Chance.
He also has Thick Fat with Mamoswine, am I right?
Yeah, exactly. And it's a neutral hit, so with the Thick Fat it will be resisted.
Also, his team gets a boost with Solar Power on Heliolisk, so he could do something with that.
Exactly. Heliolisk will be no joke on this
So-
matchup.
So I think I'm gonna go the Fargo Phalanx here, because I think Mac finds a way to get through this matchup, this very tough match, and I think he might even use the Sun against Kojabu.
I'm going with Mac 2, but that's mainly because he has many ways to shut down the Charizard reliably. So
He could set up rocks,
That's
he could
the
hit
main
it, he has Chansey.
yeah.
Yep. Alright, so
yeah.
with that being said, guys, those are our picks for week 1. And if you guys want to play, just make sure to drop a comment and list the teams that you think are winning for week 1, and we'll keep track. And as far as the other coaches, just message me your picks for week 1 and so on and so forth, and we'll get those points rallied up at the end of the season. So anything else you want to say?
No, just make sure everyone participates so it can be as fun as possible.
Correct. Yeah, we want obviously all the coaches to participate. Maybe our viewers to participate as well. It'd be fun. So yeah, with that being said, hope you guys look forward to these type of videos coming out every Tuesday, hosted by Cherry Tree, who is working on this. So yeah, see you guys in the next video.